Yo Joe, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for this reaction video to the brand new Haslab project. Now, at this very second, I am recording just before the stream goes live. I'm literally 5 minutes before the Hasbro poll stream, so I don't know what the Haslab is yet. So there's been lots of speculation out there that it's going to be the Dragonfly. I was guessing the Wolverine. We had some great guesses last night on the Dan Who Legends and Liquor stream of the Havoc. So I think that could be a contender. Or the Whale. I know that's been floated about. That would be a great one, having a sea vehicle. So a few minutes to go for me, but by the time you watch this video, it would have been announced. So I'm going to try and get my wallet ready, because how much is it going to be? 300? 400? They're going to try for 500? Let's find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen. It was a Dragonfly after all. So, it's now 5:30 here in the UK, so an hour and a half after the stream started. And as you can see on the screen, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Assault Copter Dragonfly X-H1 Haslab campaign is live. It's been live for an hour and a half, and I'll do a quick refresh now to give you the exact figure. 4,564 backers in an hour and a half. Well, shit me, this one seems popular, doesn't it? My WCW Mattel Wrestling stage couldn't get 4,500 backers in 45 bloody days. But the Haslab G.I. Joe team have they've nailed this again. This is 2 in a row. This is clearly going to get funded. It's probably going to get funded today. If we're nearly halfway to the basic goal of 10,000 backers in less than 2 hours. So I think by the 2 hour mark, we will be at 5,000. So this is going to back quicker than the Hiss Tank. I think that backed in less than 24 hours. And this is going to do it again. So those that want the unlocks, I think you're going to get them. So let's go through the images and what we've got to show. So Lenny and Emily did the live stream. We had a cartoon introduction from the G.I. Joe Sunbow cartoon sort of style, which was pretty cool to see. And you can see those helicopters coming in. So I said yesterday, if it's a helicopter, I'm out. I'm not getting a helicopter. I collect the 3 3/4 inch scale vehicles to sort of fly above for a bit of forced perspective. But yeah, this is tempting, isn't it? It's tempting. So I haven't made my mind up quite yet what I'm going to do, but it is tempting. So you are getting the Dragonfly and you're getting Wild Bill himself. 10,000 backers required in the next 42 days. And well, that's clearly going to make it, isn't it? So going to be unlocks every 3,000 after that. So your base offering here is the helicopter, all the accessories, and the pilot himself, Wild Bill, with sort of interchangeable hat with the hairpiece attached. So he's got the toupee there, removable sunglasses, a couple of guns, a knife, and the vest. So they've done him in his original, I think the figure was originally green, wasn't it? The cartoon version, in the cartoon they showed, he's actually orange. So maybe Super 7 will have that sort of version covered, so you can... Maybe your Super 7 figures can fit in this. They're probably not. They are a bit too big, so I don't know. So this is what it is, the Dragonfly. It does look pretty epic, but it's the size of the thing. Let's go back to the start here and go through these images. So that's everything you're getting. You get this acrylic sort of plastic stand there that will hold it up. Now in the video that did look quite tall, so it did give you a good bit of clearance. You had the 6-inch figure underneath, and that didn't even really come halfway to the bottom of this. So I'd say this is probably about 13 inches, I guess, in overall height for the stand. And then you've got the helicopter on top. You can have it coming in landing, or you can have it just taken off because it is an angled stand. So that's a pretty cool inclusion, is to actually have the angled stand. I think they did this with the Mandalorian, the Razor Crest in the 3 3/4 inch scale. They did give you a cool sort of stand piece there. So we'll take a look at it on the stand, and that's what I was just talking you through, the coming into land pose, which they've shown there. It does go the other way, which Lenny did show off of taking off. You get these cool missile effects. These are some massive looking blast effects that come with it. You've got the rockets taking off there, and that shot. You've got a little video. Let's play the little video, shall we? So you can see it on the stand. And here's the thing. 34 inches. 34 inches. This thing is longer than Galactus is tall, because I think he's about What is he, 31, 32? This thing is absolutely huge, over 2.5 feet. It's nearly 3 feet long. So where people are going to put this, I do not know, but it's not putting people off backing because this thing is absolutely flying out the door. I'm sure people are going to army build this. It does come with decals to change the look. It has rotating blades, but they're not electronic. I would have liked to have seen an electronic sort of rotating blade, but it is manual blade. So that is one criticism from me. I would have liked to have seen an actual blade that would have moved, or at least an interchangeable blade piece that with the motion effect. So maybe that could be an add-on. I would like to see almost like 4 blades, but it looks like it's spinning around. So I would like something like that, because this does look to me like it's just landed. So I think you can manually flick it with your finger, but I think that would have been cool. But 34 inches, this is huge, and this is what's got me thinking: can I get this? Can I fit a 34-inch display piece in the collection? Because I don't want to just stick it in a box. So if I was going to order it, I'm going to have to display it. But we'll get to that after, because once we've gone through these pictures, we'll be going up into the toy room in this video. The tape measure will be coming out, and we'll be having a look potentially where this could go if I were to back it. So we've seen Wild Bill there, your base figure. So one figure in the base offering, but I think it's clear this isn't just going to come with a base offering. This will get some tiers. There is your front and back look at the Dragonfly itself. I like the colours on it. Nice sort of dark green, sort of army military green, which is almost like it appeared in the cartoon. You've got the missiles there. So this thing over here, this rocket effect, does attach to the side. You can have it blasting off. Lenny did show that on the video, so it's pretty cool. So you've got the light up cockpit. They did say they'd look to fix in the middle there, where you can see the light is far too strong in the middle. It needs to sort of dissipate around the edges. They will try and fix that for final production, because they were just showing off a model in the actual video itself. So you've got the light up cockpit pieces there. All the instruments look really good. So reminds me sort of the animated series Batmobile, that has a nice light up sort of cockpit like that. So that's nice to see. You've got lights again on the outside of this one. There is a spotlight underneath, and then the lights on the side here, so you can see where you're going. It does say decals included, so if you are going to army build it, you can put sort of different effects on it there, so you can make it look a bit different. There's a nice selection of missiles that does come with it. You've got Wild Bill's insignia. I don't know if that's fully attached, or you have to put that on yourself. I would assume that one is actually is attached to it. There he is in landing mode. Of course, please do let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, which I'm sure you will be doing anyway, because this seems a popular one. I didn't think it was going to be a Dragonfly, but it looks like the person that leaked it, I think a former disgruntled employee, he wasn't lying, and all along it was a Dragonfly. I really didn't think they'd go for an air vehicle. I thought we'd definitely I really thought it'd actually be a MOBAT, to be honest with you. I thought we'd get a MOBAT to go against the HISS tank. But I suppose G.I. Joe is land, sea, and air, and this is clearly one coming from the air. There's all your layout and everything there, with your blast effects, your different bombs, your missiles. Loads of stuff you can attach to the Dragonfly itself, so that's all pretty cool to see. So we've gone through those, and we are just literally cycling through the pictures now. We're back to the start. So let's talk price then. So I've obviously in the UK, and obviously Jay's Toy Collection UK. So I have the UK pulse up here. Let's do a quick refresh as we take the time now. It's around 20 to 6, so we're an hour and 40 in. Bang on 4,700 backers. So flying off the bloody shelf. Hasbro can make a mint on this, aren't they? My goodness. So UK price £289.99. US price is $274.99. So it is a little bit dearer here in the UK. They often do this with a lot of the crowdfunding projects, be it Hasbro or Mattel, that as the UK we have to pay the VAT and sort of almost import duties, I think, within the actual price as well. So if you did a straight conversion, I think, because US gets taxes and shipping on top, this is free shipping in the UK. From what I've been told, it's about $317 all in. That converts to about £260. So we're overpaying by about £30, but that is kind of par for the course, it does seem, when it comes to these conversions when they go. But overall, the price, I think the public are speaking here, aren't they? That this is pretty much a decent price for what it is. I really didn't think we'd get a project cheaper than the HISS tank. That was in at 300. So the fact we are below that was quite shocking, and obviously that has gone down well in the community. Is it because shipping costs are less, or is it because this has got less parts or bits of manufacturing to it? Obviously, it's nowhere near as wide as a tank, and it hasn't got as many moving parts, I suppose, as a tank would have. But it is a lot longer, a lot longer. I think Lenny said that his tank was 19 inches, so you're talking close to double the length of a his tank here. So it would have been nice to see in the video what it actually looked like against the his tank. So I think they said follow their social medias on Hasbro to see what it will look like together. But overall, I think, yeah, probably a fair price for this, especially as there's going to be 4 tiers they announced. I think Lenny kind of said there they would all be figures the way he was talking. So if it does come with the base figure and more to come, you could be talking at least four figures here with the sets. So if I go down here, I wonder if it shows us how many tiers there actually are. So there's your dimensions then. We're talking 11 inches in height. We're talking 34 inches in, it says width, but it's just length really, isn't it? Goodness me, 30. Who can handle 34 inches and 13 inches of depth? But that is when the blades are rotated out, I think. So it isn't actually that wide without the blades there. It's just that length. Because I've got, and I saw some of you out there, I've got the TIE Fighter, the Black Series TIE Fighter in 6-inch scale, and that thing is so huge, it just didn't sell. I think I paid £40 for it, but it's just set up in a loft because it physically can't display it. It's just too big to have on constant display. So that is my worry with this one. Is it completely too big to actually keep in a display? So that would be my reason for passing if I do. So I'm really sort of in the middle on this one. It's purely the size that's put me off. The value, I think the value is actually there, to be honest with you, with the amount you're getting, as long as we get all the tiers. But that does seem to be coming. Well, I think the tiers will be coming with the way it's going at this pace. This is flying out of the shelf. Does it say about the tiers here? All the gumph they give me down here. Just tell me about the tiers. There we go. Right, we're talking 3 stretch goals then. So I was right overall 4 figures. So Wild Bill in the base offering. We're talking Ripcord, which anybody back the Sky Striker, he was one of the figures in with the Sky Striker. So I did back the Sky Striker. Be quite honest, I sold all the figures for the same price I paid for the Sky Striker. So I got money back on that one. I've still got Sky Striker. So that might have to go. Do I sell the Sky Striker and try and fund this? Because this isn't going to go with the Sky Striker because they're 2 completely different scales. I can't have a helicopter that's bigger than a plane. So Ripcord is coming. He's going to be the 13,000 backer unlock. And then there's 2 more. Again, the way they've shown these images would apply to me. These are going to be figures, so 16,000 and 19,000. And the way this is going, by the end of the week, we could be there. So you're talking 4 figures, $25 value. So that's $100 of figures in the set. It's priced at $275 in dollars. Take 100 off. You're talking $175 for a light up 35-inch helicopter. I don't think you can go wrong, really. That this is actually more fairly priced, so it's not making the Engine of Vengeance look any better, really, is it? But they don't have the Disney or the Marvel tax, I suppose, to pay, which was probably whacking those prices up. So I wonder what the Marvel Legends will be doing this year. We've got probably all assuming it's Giant Man, but I don't think we're going to get a Giant Man for this sort of price point. We're probably talking way in the 400s for that. So this could have an adverse effect on the other projects, but for G.I. Joe fans out there, I think this is, if you've got the space and you've got the money, this is almost a no-brainer. You get a lot here, and there's Lenny himself. Look, this is honking massive, isn't it? It's just absolutely huge. I do like the stand as well. And as you can see, Wild Bill there against the stand. Maybe double his height would give you 12 inches. So that stand's got to be 13 inches, I would say. 12 to 13 inches. So you think his tank could probably go underneath it. Can you hang it from the ceiling? As long as you've got a strong ceiling, I'm sure you could get this on the ceiling, so that could be an option for me. Oh, I don't know, I'm caught up on this one, but do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you backing this? Have you already backed it by the time you see this video? And now I'm going to go get up in the toy room and let's get a tape measure out. Right then, we've made it up in the toy room. I've got my length out, and there we are, 34 bloody inches. Look at the size of that. So if I actually pop that in at the 34 inch mark, you can see this is overhanging my shelf by a good 5 inches. That's overhanging the G.I. Joe collection
Shameless self-plug, if you want to see a full detailed video of this G.I. Joe collection, one has been available on the channel now for the last couple of days. So, I'm clearly not fitting one in there widthways. That just is not happening, is it? So, can we go the other way? Could we go in? So if I try and balance and not knock everything off, go to a full 34 there, right back on the Destro card. So we're right back on the Destro card, and there's the shelf you can see. Now we're at 30 inches, so we've got a 4-inch overhang. So even though these are double deep Kallax shelves, what the hell, look at this, man with a tape measure. Advice, people, don't get 34-inch tape measure out in your toy room, because my goodness, that was going everywhere. So I think I've knocked somebody over that there. Barbecue right at the bloody back. My goodness. How am I going to get that filler up? I'll have to reach in there. So it's not going to go there in terms of length, and it won't go there in terms of width either. So it ain't going in there. So my option, I think, would be to come to the top where we've got the Star Wars collection. So as these are, if I come round here, I've put in these double deep units, as you can see here. Literally got one unit in front of the other. I suppose it could go on the top shelf here. So we'd have to rethink this Star Wars display that I've only just finished and change it up, because I suppose if I put G.I. Joe on the top shelf here, you could have a nice overhang, because this top shelf, as you can see, as you can walk by, I could just have this dangling off and the 5 inches could overhang. But then, do I have enough ceiling height? Because I've only got 22 inches to the ceiling. Could I actually have it on the stand dangling above this section? So that could potentially work. But that's gonna kill off Hoff. So there's a look at the Hoff collection that I've just done. So mainly 3 3/4 inch vehicles for Star Wars, but I do have the one there, the Snowspeeder, in 6-inch scale. Because if you look over there, I've gone for Boba Fett and the TIE Fighter sort of dangling above, because they're in 3 3/4 inch scale. So looking at the Falcon, so that is the 3 3/4 inch Millennium Falcon. That is huge, but we are talking that this aeroplane I should say, this helicopter is actually longer than the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, it is really, really big. So the ceiling, what about the ceiling? Could I have it up there? There's a sneak peek. I haven't got the lights on, but that's where the Gargoyles collection has just gone in. I will do a full video on that. So do I have it above the Marvel Legends? Do I take the Gargoyles out? Am I even going to buy this? See, I'm trying to work out if I could. I've heard a suggestion of attaching it to the side of the double deep units, but I think it would stick out too far. I wouldn't be able to walk in the room, but I suppose I could. Rookie error there. Ran out of storage space on the phone, so I had to delete some. So as I was trying to say, maybe I could attach it to the side of this unit here, because that wouldn't take a lot of space, but it would block this collection. So that's probably not a good idea. So I'm thinking it's no way going to fit in there in terms of height. I suppose I could angle it across, and I might have 35 inches. It could stick out a little. I think that would look okay. So please do let me know in the comments if you have backed this. What are you going to do with it? Or are you just literally going to leave it in the box? Surely you're not going to leave it in the box. You must have some ideas. Or is that a future you problem, and you'll try and work out where you're going to put it? So potentially on the ceiling, potentially have to redo the Star Wars, or at least move Hoff somewhere and then expand the G.I. Joe up. But I say it's not going to work with that Sky Striker, so that might have to be either sold, or I could put that over here in the as you see, it's all in a bit of a mess, but there are some Super 7 figures over there. I haven't got the lights on either, as we're in a state of flux, as you can probably see from the floor here as I move everything around the toy room. So there is potential. Like, I think I could put it in terms of length. It's about the length of my whole AEW setup that I'm just working on. It's about the length of that whole setup there, because that's a 22-inch ring. So they're making some big projects, aren't they? And with Giant Man to come, I'm sure he could fit in there all right, though he'll fit in the Marvel Legends. We'll panic about that later. So overall, I think pretty good value for money, and I think the community has spoken on that one with the speed it's backed. It's a very nice looking project. It's just bloody massive. So please do let me know your thoughts, comments, everything down in the comments below. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Literally just hit 900 subscribers, so that is a great achievement. So thank you very much, everybody. And we'll push on towards 1,000 subscribers then in 2022. And I'll see if I can find some money to back this thing, because don't know where that's going to come from either. Because of course it's a good value, but you still need the cash, because that's the problem with these Haslabs. You've got to pay up front. So They don't do PayPal credit either. At least I don't think they do PayPal credit. So I have been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. I hope you've enjoyed. And I will see you, of course, on the next video.